students, good morning. Welcome back to the class. As in the previous class, we have started with the acids, bases and the salts, and we are dealing with the concept indicators. So what are indicators? Indicators are nothing but they are the substances which will help to test the presence of acidity and basicity in any material. So what are acids and what are bases? I hope all you know. I hope you all know that. Okay, acid means which are sour in taste. Okay, right. Which are sour in taste, they are called acids, and bases are bitter in taste. It is we are doing this by convenience as a presence of acids and bases in the material. So I told about the naturally occurring indicator, which is that one, litmus, that is derived from the fungus and algae, that is a symbiotic mode of nutrition. So this litmus is a product of lichens, which has a more application in a medical field and in the industrial field also. So these lichens are used as indicators, and the one more naturally occurring indicator is what? China rose, which we generally call it as a China hibiscus. Okay, the hibiscus plant or the hibiscus flower, I hope you all see that one. That nothing but we call it as a China rose, which is used as indicators. And in the previous class, I told you about the how the acidity and basicity is acts upon the litmus paper. When we consider the blue litmus paper, when we put that blue litmus on any basic material, it will turn it into a red litmus. And similarly, when red litmus turns into a blue, then we call it as a what? Students, I am getting confused what I am told. Okay, when the blue litmus turn to red, then that is a acidic material. When the red litmus turn to blue, then it is a basic material. I hope you get that point. If I previously told wrong, make that correction. Okay, if blue turns to red, then it is a acidic one. Then if it turns red litmus to a blue, then it is a basic one. Oh, I hope I give you the example for acidic materials as well as a basic materials. Means the materials which are contains acidity and basicity in them. Okay, example for acids are what? Vinegar, tamarind, and some curd, and so more examples are for acids. And some of the example for bases are milk, magnesia, then what? Soda, lime water. These are the examples of acids and bases. So then there is a one condition is there, that is a neutral condition. What is that neutral condition? That is nothing but it is a lies between acidity and a basicity. When you put the blue litmus or a red litmus in any solution which is in a neutral condition, then we say that there is no change in a litmus paper color. Then we call it as a neutral condition. Okay, it is neither be acidic one nor be basic one. So this is what you have learned in the previous class. So in the today's class, I am giving you some activities so that you can easily understand acidity and basicity. So in the previous class, I have considered the variety of solutions, and they are acting on a blue litmus paper as well as on a red litmus paper. If the acid is present, then there is a change in which litmus paper? Yes, blue color litmus paper will changes to a red one. If the solution is a basic one, then red litmus changes to a blue. This is what I have told in the previous class. So in the today's class, I am giving you an activity. For that, we are considering the naturally occurring indicator. The example for that is turmeric solution, which is a naturally occurring indicator and which is a yellow in color. So this turmeric solution is act upon a certain solutions. There is a change in the turmeric solution. What happens? That is going to you are going to study in this activity. Okay. Firstly, consider the some variety of solutions. Either may be rich of acidity or may be rich of basicity, and some are neutral. Okay. So firstly, I am considering the lemon juice, that which will be act with the turmeric solution. Okay, so I am telling you the one example clearly. Hope you all get that point. Okay. First, consider the lemon juice. This lemon juice is mixed with the turmeric solution. Okay. Turmeric solution means what? The turmeric powder is mixed with the distilled water, and we prepared a what? Turmeric solution, which is an indicator. So when this lemon juice mixed with the turmeric solution, it will changes. Means turmeric solution, as we all know that it is a yellow in color. When the lemon juice added to turmeric solution, it changes its color to a blue. Okay. So this yellow color solution turns to a blue. Then we say that the lemon juice is a acidic one. Okay. So as I told, this lemon juice is initially in a colorless in solution. So initially the color of the lemon juice is a colorless, means it is not having any particular color. So this colorless solution is mixed with the yellow color of a turmeric solution. Then the color of this solution will be changes. Which color? It turns to a blue one. Then we say that the acidity is present in a lemon juice. So from this we can say that any solution which has a rich of acidity, then it changes its color to a blue color. Means the solution will changes to a blue color. Then there is a presence of a acidity. So some of the example for acidic materials are orange juice, vinegar, lemon juice and tamarind. These are the rich of acidic one, and they will changes their color. Okay, whatever may be the initial color, they will changes to a blue color. Then we say that those materials are acidic materials. The next one is a milk of a magnesia. It is also a colorless solution initially. When it is added to a yellow colored turmeric solution, then what happens? Does it changes to a blue color? Certainly not. Since it is a basic one, it changes its color to a red color. Okay, means the yellow color turmeric solution changes into a red color solution. Then we say that the material is a base one. Okay, so from this we can say that any material which is rich of a basic conditions, then the color of a turmeric solution, that is a yellow color, it turns into a red color solution. Okay, that is a basicity of the material. So the example for basic materials are milk of magnesia, baking soda, lime water, shampoo solutions. These are the rich of basicity. Okay, so those materials changes the turmeric solution into a red color. Okay, that will shows the presence of a basic one. So there are some solutions which are neutral in condition. Example for a neutral solutions are sugar solution and common salt solution. They are neither be acidic one nor be basic one. So what may be the happens to a turmeric solution? It does not changes to a blue color or not changes to a red color. It remains the same. Means the yellow color solution remains as it is. There is no any change in the color of this turmeric solution. Then we say that those materials are called as neutral solutions. Okay. So we can say that the solution is to be in a neutral condition. Okay. So the turmeric solution which changes its color from a yellow to a blue, then it is a acid one. Yellow to red, then it is a base. And if there is no change in any color of a turmeric solution, then we call it as a neutral condition. So this is particularly we did it on a turmeric solution. So why we consider the turmeric solution only? Because this is a naturally occurring indicator which is rich of a tartaric acid. So this changes its color and act as an indicator. It has a more application in a industrial field. Okay. So the naturally occurring indicators are this turmeric solution, China rose, and these are helpful in almost all the fields. So students, based on the indicators only, I am considering the next indicator. Okay, that is China-Roche solution. Okay, so this China-Roche solution is used as an indicator, and that is a light pink in color. Initially, the color of the China-Roche solution is a light pink. Okay, if we are adding this solution to any materials containing acids, bases or neutrals, neutral conditions, there is a change in color of this China-Roche solution. So what is the color change of that solution? Okay, if the materials which are containing acidity in them, they changes the China-Roche solution into a dark pink. Okay, here the light pink is changes into a dark pink, then we say that the materials are acidic one. Okay, here the color change will be a dark pink. If the materials which are rich in basicity, then they will changes the China-Roche solution into a which color? Green color. The light pink of the China-Roche solution changes to green color, means the solution is changes to a green color, then we say that the material is rich of a basicity. If there is no change in any color of the China-Roche solution, it remains the same, then we say that it is a neutral. Okay, here the neutral condition materials will not changes their color, means the China-Roche solution remains as it is. So here what we are changing the indicator, whatever may the indicator, there will be a change in the change with respect to acidity and the basicity of the materials, and it also changes with the neutral condition also. In the textbooks, they have given you as the solutions and initial color of the solution, and when we are added the indicator to that solution, what is the color change after adding the indicator. So you have to write the as a lemon juice example. I am giving you an example. The first one is a lemon juice. The initial color of the lemon juice is a colorless solution. When we are added the indicator, then the color change after the adding the indicator will be a dark pink color. Okay, you have to write like this. In your textbooks, they have given the like that, initial color and the final color. So I hope you get that point. Okay, you write that in your notes. And in the I am going to give you the next activity. In that we are considering some acids from the laboratories, and we are acting them on the litmus paper and China-Roche solution, and then on the turmeric solution. What happens to those solutions we are going to study now. Okay students, I am going to do the another activity, that is activity 3. Before in this activity we are considering some chemicals which we are using in laboratories. So in the previous 2 activities we are considering some solutions which we are using in our day-to-day life. But in the third activity we are considering particularly acids and bases, and how they are going to act upon the litmus paper, turmeric solution and China-Roche solutions. Okay, here I am considering some chemicals from the laboratories. Example for them are HCl, that is means hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid, acetic acid, and sodium hydroxide and ammonium hydroxide, and lastly the calcium hydroxide. These are the given some acids and bases. So how these act upon the litmus paper, turmeric solution and China-Roche solution. If the materials or if the chemicals are the acidic one, means they are acidity in present in them, then what happens to the litmus paper? Okay, so in this, before telling the litmus paper's condition, I am telling that here they are given you the 4 chemicals. They are the acids. They are, some are strong acids, some are weak acids. Means here the first one is a sulfuric acid. H2SO4 is a strong acid. Okay, when we are this has a sulfuric acid put on the litmus paper, what happens? There is a change in color of a litmus paper, that is blue to red. Okay, here before that I will tell HCl is the first solution we are considered. Okay, when HCl is put on the litmus paper, blue litmus paper, then it changes to a red litmus. As we all know that if they change in color from blue to red, then we say that the chemical is a acidic one. Okay, then what happens to a turmeric solution? Here this HCl is we know that it is a acid one from the litmus paper test. Okay, when we put this on a turmeric solution, this yellow color solution remains as a yellow color only, then it is a acidic one. Okay, here it is a second test. If this HCl changes the Chenaro solution, light pink color solution changes to a dark pink color, then we say that it is a acidic solution. Okay, so how these are concluded from the litmus paper test and turmeric solution and the Chenaro solutions. This is for acidic materials or the acidic chemicals. Here they given you the H2SO4, HNO3 and CH3COOH, that means sulfuric acid, nitric acid and acetic acid. They are the acidic chemicals which we are using in our laboratories. Okay, so the test for the acidic materials, acidic chemicals is same. Okay, based on the acidity of the chemicals, they are going to say it as strong acids and weak acids. Okay, if the chemicals are a strong acid, then we say that the blue litmus completely changes to a red litmus, or this Chenaro solution will be light color to a very dark pink. Okay, this is for a strong acid. If the weak acid is present, then what happens? There will be not much change, but here there is a dark pink, but for a weak acids the color change for the Chenaro solution will be somewhat certainly less pink. Okay, but it is also acid material. If we consider the base materials, okay, basic chemicals are NaOH means sodium hydroxide, then ammonium hydroxide and calcium hydroxide. These are the basic chemicals. Then what happens to a litmus paper? Obviously the red litmus is changes to a blue litmus. And what happens to a turmeric solution? Effect on a turmeric solution will be it changes the color from yellow to a red color. Okay, if the color of the turmeric solution is changes from a yellow to red, then we say that the given chemical is a base one, basicity. Okay, then what happens to the Chenaro solution? Then the Chenaro solution will be turns to a green color. Okay, so this is the activity given in your textbook for considering the laboratory chemicals. I hope you all get that point, and if you have any doubt in the laboratory chemicals, you can free to ask the question. Okay, so in the next class I am going to start with the neutralization. Okay, thank you for watching the video and keep watching the video. I will update the next class video very soon. Thank you again.